Hello, welcome to Shows and Reviews. Thank you for tuning in. We are about to get into this episode. Yes, we're going to talk about the fallout from Marsau's post, Melody's party. Many in the group hope to clear the air. That's what they're going to be talking about today with each couple. We're going to talk about Martell's sample with his new wine and hosting a book signing as well, where he navigates a disappointment setback. Okay, Tisha, Marsau, and Mel's bond with their kids. All right, let's get into this episode. Okay, so in this episode right here, the fellas are meeting up. Pretty much throughout this whole episode, we're gonna see each different group talk about the different things that have taken place and how they met with other people the week before, prior, and what they thought. So pretty much in this scene right here, we see them. The brothers want to know. One of the brothers want to know, like, hey, don't you think you owe me an apology? You already know Marsau don't want to apologize to anybody if he don't think he did anything wrong. And so he like, don't you want to apologize to me? Like, with the outcome of things have happened. He was like, Marsau was like, if you would never told that story, that lie, basically would have been nothing. So here right now, Martell, he came to the event and he's talking to him as well. And he apologized for everything that was taking place, but Marsau the only one who don't want to apologize. So in that scene right there as well, Martell also switched to the next topic about talking about Tiffany and her husband and talking about how, he felt like Marsau was ganging up on them, and Marsau felt some type of way like that man, her husband, should not be talking about him, his relationship, his marriage, and blah, 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 and Martell felt like, they should talk it out, and Marsau like, he doesn't know me, blah, blah, blah. That was all they talked about in that scene, that episode. And so now we have next Tiffany and her husband. So they're discussing, what took place last week, how, she had the outing with the girls and how her and Kimmy was trying to make up, and, she was telling her husband how Stormy intervened, so they just sitting there discussing what took place at the parties. And pretty much each couple throughout this whole episode gonna talk about what happened the week before or whatever, so she just discussing, telling him what happened before and how, they have made up slightly and stuff like that. And, somebody else can't try to come and intervene or whatever, and pretty much she didn't like that. So her husband's sitting there listening to her and stuff like that. They're gonna Stormy. This is just a recap of what's, of last week's episode. And her husband is listening and stuff like that or whatnot. And then next, her husband, wanted to talk to her about how Tell would like for them to talk and chit chat or whatever, and how Marsau acting like they don't know him, because I guess Tiffany said that she knew. I shouldn't say I guess. She said she knew Marsau way back in the day or whatever, and her husband like, yeah, he acted like we don't know him and stuff like that, and she was like, she wanted to make sure that her husband don't, because he was getting a little hype, what I'm saying, because he could see that Marsau was being acting funny or whatever, and he don't understand what's going on. I guess he really don't know that Marsau was mad at him because he felt like he was in his marriage, but I just don't recall him being in the marriage. So they haven't showed a how they show little clips of somebody saying something. They haven't showed that throughout the episode, so I don't even know what her husband even said about Marsau and his marriage with Tisha. I think he just want to take his anger out on somebody, and he's trying to take his anger on him, but he just need a hush. Marsau just need a hush. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because it's silly. It's very much so silly. Okay, so next we have Melanie and Martell's daughter. They are about to do a scene. She's pretty much at an age where she's able to help her mom, as her mom does her, send her acting tape, right there when she's trying to apply for, a role, and so her daughter's helping with the camera and stuff, and she's so proud of her baby, and the off button. You know, she's so proud of her baby, be able to work a camera and be able to help her out, because she used to take her baby to do it when she was younger. Right here in this scene, Melody is trying to talk to her daughter and, see her dreams and her goals, and also ask her daughter, do she know why her mommy works so hard? And Melody wanted to make sure, her baby gave her reasoning and stuff like that. She was like, to take us to fun places and different things like that. And Melody wanted to make sure, yes, them are the things, but she also wanted to tell her, like, mommy works so hard because she don't want to have to make sure she don't have to depend on anybody. She want to be able to make sure that that she can do these things, so she can, do those things for her children and for the family. So that's what they pretty much talked about, and that was it. The baby's goals, and, that she work hard for her kids. Her baby want to be better than Serena and with tennis and stuff like that. So Melody was like, okay, she's gonna get, some trainers and stuff like that, Okay, so what we have next is Martell meeting up with his mother. He's starting a wine business in the honor of his grandmother, which is her mother. And he wanted his mom to taste the 3 different wines that he has selected. So they're pretty much doing a wine tasting right here. She is enjoying the wine. She was mixing the different wines together. He didn't know how she was going to be able to really pick which one, but she ended up picking one. So because she was mixing them all together. So that was that scene. She was saying how proud she is of her son. He's such a good son, and he do good and different things. You know how these mothers are, boosting their sons up and stuff like that. I really don't know if she ever held her son accountable, but she pumping his ego up like, baby, you doing so good. Well, maybe she just forgave him for the wrong that he did, and she just being a mother encouraging him. But their relationship seemed a-okay, with her love for her son and wanting the best for him and his new adventures, which is awesome. So the next scene, we have him. He is something else. I don't know. All the guys in this stuff just seem like, I don't know. There's something this season. But here we have them together. Letitia, however you want to pronounce it, Letitia with her man. They had a family gathering and stuff like that with the kids, just to hang out with them, doing some s'mores and stuff like that. She told him, thank you for arranging this. He was like, you don't have to tell me thank you for arranging this. She actually felt like she had to tell you thank you. So maybe that's something you don't do often, but he felt like you didn't have to tell me to do this or whatever. But anywho, that's what they talked about right there. Now they're having some one-on-one time with him and her, and discussing how Martell came to talk to him. Martell talked to him about the Tiffany and her husband ordeal and stuff like that, and how they talked or whatever. And then Letitia was like, yeah, everybody's keep pretty much everybody keep bringing up his name and telling him they need to talk out or whatever she said. And pretty much everybody bringing up Marsau's name in something, which is facts, And she really wanted to talk to him about, the things her mom was saying in the apartment. And if he was renting an apartment with Martell, he was like, I have a logo on my car, and, pretty much his car stands out. So if anybody was to see anything, they would already know, So pretty much she's still denying all that. So, she was sitting there looking how she be looking, and, he told her, he was like, we good, right? You should see his face. We good, right? I just want to make sure we good. I just want to know that you know that we good, or some. I just want to make sure that you know that we are good. It was just like he's really be training her like a little pup, I don't say a puppet, but I should say a puppy, cause she's like, yeah, I know we good, girl, stand up. And so now we have them. They getting ready for their little vacay. Yes. For their little anniversary. Stuttering Stanley. For their anniversary. Yes. Okay. They still playing it cool. Like everything's all hunky-dory. You know what I'm saying? She telling him what happened at the Melody party, but she did not tell him that they also questioned her about how did she feel about what he did with the photo, saying he wasn't there, how that was kind of strange and stuff like that, and the outcome. She didn't let her man know that they talked about that, but she did let him know how they brought up Letitia, her cousin, how Letitia's cousin was at Melody's Christmas party, and Melody's situation. I just thought that was something, and her husband gave her his little advice, and that scene was not pretty much anything too special. Just talked about that and preparing for her vacation, trying to see which lingerie she gonna wear. Okay, and that's it. So now we have him, another him. Him too, Martell. He up here gonna have a book signing. I don't know if this book signing happened before the divorce or what, but Melody, she don't know about it from what she's saying, and he's sitting there saying, I don't know if Melody gonna bring the kids. I hope she bring the kids, saying that in the divorce documents that they have important days that the kids are able to go with the other parent. Right there you saw the kids' name or how they're supposed to be there. We have guests coming. That's Tiffany and their kids. Guests keep asking Martell, like, when the kids coming. He's looking all distraught because his babies are not there. I low-key don't know if he's doing the woe is me on purpose or he sincerely made this appointment and really believed that she would bring the kids. But if this is the case, this is a good storyline for him to get more sympathy, okay? And right here we have Melody on the phone with her mother discussing, they had family emergencies that took place and people like that, and how she's about to go with her family, reunite with them. So she's about to go on a trip to go see her family because of what's going on with her family situation. And then Martell, like, I don't, he's still not knowing what happened. They go to kids' reserve seats and stuff like that. The cameraman's so hilarious. They show each child name with a reserve seat and how it was empty, nobody there. Then we got Martell, answering people like, yeah, I thought they may come there. They're with their mother now. They're not going to be here. Sincere behind this, because he's something else. Have y'all seen a new Instagram post with him and his second mom's picture? They out there having fun in the club and stuff. So I just don't know how sincere he is. I don't know if he allowed this book signing to be on purpose, because he don't have the kids this weekend. He could have legit changed the weekend for this event or whatever, but I don't know if this. I think he did it anyways. It seems like to me it's benefiting him. I hope I'm wrong with saying this, and he's up there looking distraught. The woe is me or whatever. Like, she didn't bring the kids, but I don't know if he's trying to change his narrative of him being, committing adultery and stuff like that, and he's trying his best. But if he is, it is low-key could work for some people who watches and may feel sorry for him. I'm quite sure he could have changed the date to the following weekend. He could have had it at any location. I'm quite sure there's other places to hold a book signing that was available for his kids to be there. You know what I'm saying? And if it costs money like that and he really wanted to be there, he could have took that L, that little small deposit L. Some deposit for places, what, $200, $250 or something probably. And the way they make all this money with reality TV, I know he probably have it. So here he go picking up the kids' signs because the kids didn't come. Also, I want to tell y'all, somebody else he wanted the kids to be there because he wanted the kids to read a book. So 2 other kids that wasn't his assistant said, we're going to have them read. And, he felt some type of way about that. He was disappointed, but he allowed the 2 other kids to read. And here he go, it's the end of the vid. He picked up his kids' sign. And that's the end of the episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. Lord's will, I'll see y'all again next week.